We have some devastating news regarding some of your Oklahoma City Thunder players, as Sam Presti had his end of season press conference and gave us some updates regarding some certain players that have been going through injuries this past season during the playoffs, also along with some new rookies. And he told us some pretty devastating news. Jalen Williams will be undergoing surgery on his wrist. This was an injury he suffered during the regular season, April 9th, and he battled through it during the entirety of the playoffs, along with some updates on Thomas Sorber, Nikola Topic, and Brooks Barnhizer going into NBA Summer League. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys all the news and updates we know regarding these players' injuries. Before we get into all that, though, quick moment, recognize that we are now at boom. I forgot to mention this is now the analytical part of it. All right, 83% of you guys watching these videos are not yet subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy the content we're putting out, find yourself coming back on a regular basis, or if you're new to the channel and you enjoy what we are doing and you want to support, the best way to do so is just by hitting that subscribe button. We're almost at 6,000 subscribers now for the channel. Want to hit that as soon as possible, ASAP. So if you enjoy the content, you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button for us and join one of the fastest growing Thunder channels out there and an amazing family covering your 2025 NBA champions. With that out of the way, let's go ahead, get into today's topic conversation. Jalen Williams, he tore some ligaments in his wrist a few months ago, all right, back on April 9th against the Phoenix Suns. Jalen Williams left the game with a wrist injury. He ended up coming back, all right, it looked like he would have been fine, but you could tell there was something going up with him. He wasn't as, efficient, was turning the ball over a little bit more as well. Looked like he lost a little bit of a step, and that was because of a wrist injury. And all the fans wanted him gone. They didn't realize he was playing through an injury. And I remember a ton of you guys saying, trade Jalen Williams. Are you really going to want to trade him now when he battled through a wrist injury, some torn ligaments in the entirety of the playoffs? Are you really going to keep on saying that after he dropped 40 points in Game 5 of the NBA Finals with essentially a broken wrist? Really? Is that what we're going to do still? Well, Sam Presti announced. Look at this. Boom. All right. Sam Presti announces Jalen Williams will have surgery on his wrist, which is an injury he suffered in the regular season in Phoenix, and he played 2 months with a ligament tear in his wrist. He tore some ligaments in his wrist. He did. And that's going to affect your shooting. It's going to affect your dribbling. It's going to affect everything that you do with the basketball on the court. That's why at times it looks like he wasn't the same Jalen Williams we saw during the regular season. People kept on saying, oh my goodness, this is the worst second option in the entirety of the NBA. He's so inconsistent. He's not efficient. Maybe you guys didn't think to consider he had some ligaments torn in his wrist that a lot of people would have gotten surgery to fix. Not Jalen Williams, though. He played through it, and he still averaged 21 points in the playoffs. He still had a great playoff run as well, all right? Regular season, he played great as well, all right? This is the guy we knew Jalen Williams as. 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, all right? Almost a block a game, a steal and a half a game as well. This is what got him all defensive and all NBA honors as well. 48% from the field, 36% from 3. Overall, good shooting year, okay? I'm not going to complain about those numbers whatsoever from our second option, averaging 21 points a game. He's 6'6", 24 years old, all right? Look at all these other things down right here, okay? 40% on corner threes and 29% of his shots are three-pointers. The fact he's 36% from the field and barely taking any threes, I'll take that from him. I will 100% take that from him. He wasn't turning it over at a large clip either. He was told to handle the ball at times. All right, when Shai's off the court, who's the one handling the ball and initiating offense? Jalen Williams. 2 turnovers a game. I will 100% take that from him. But yet you guys still wanted to compare him to the playoffs, all right, and be like, oh my goodness, he actually got worse. He really didn't get worse. He put up the same numbers during the playoffs. His three-point numbers and his shooting efficiency may have went down, yes, but that's it. Have you ever thought to consider he had a higher uptick in shooting because he had to in the playoffs? Maybe you didn't notice, oh, his wrist is hurting him, so yeah, he's going to shoot it worse, all right? Whether it's a guide hand or shooting hand, it's going to affect you. And people didn't realize this, and they still wanted to hate on Dub. They still wanted to hate on him and said that they should have traded him. You're not going to trade your all-defensive level player, all-NBA level player, all right, all-star in his 3rd season in the NBA because of some wrist injury. Because, oh, I didn't realize he was injured, and I want him traded because I didn't know he was injured. I thought he just sucked. I thought he was a playoff dropper. No, he wasn't. He was injured the entire time, and he still put up stat lines like this. All right, look at this right here. Series against Indiana. He kept on getting better. The only game that was an outlier was really Game 6. Every other game, I'll take it from him besides, Game 1. Not a great game from him whatsoever. But everything else, yes. Look at Game 5. 14 of 25 from the field. 56% shooting. 3 of 5 from deep. 9 of 12 from the free throw line. 6 boards and 4 assists and a steal right there, all right? And only 1 turnover. Dropped 40 points. In Game 7, a game that they had to win, all right? Didn't have the best shooting numbers. Yeah, all right. Didn't turn over, though. He still got you 2 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 20 points. He still put up good numbers for you. He had 26 points in Game 3, 9 of 18 from the field. All right, he was one of the only players that played well in Game 3. But Shai had a bad game. We didn't talk about that. No, we only talked about Dub because we put more pressure on Dub for some reason when he had an essentially broken wrist. He averaged 23.6 points per game in the NBA Finals. 23.6, all right? Along with 5 boards and 3.7 assists. He averaged a steal a game as well. But yet, we're going to act like he played much worse during the regular season when he really didn't. The only thing that was worse was his three-point numbers, pretty much. 44%, almost 44% from the field. He shot 46% in the regular season. Only thing that was worse was his three-point numbers. That was the only thing. Even in the Denver series, all right, look at this. He put up some good numbers as well. Game 3, all right. If you were in that Game 3 against Denver, they lost in overtime. Shai didn't show up. Who showed up, though? Jalen Williams, 3 of 7 from deep, 11 of 21 from the field, all right? Some other games. Game 7, closeout game, 10 of 17 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep, 24 points. He has had some good games. Yes, he took a step back in shooting in this Denver series, 17.6 points per game. I think that's another, I think that's just a thing. They had good matchups on it with Aaron Gordon. I think that was a good matchup, all right? That's going to be a little bit of it. You had other players that stepped up, though. Rebounding and assist-wise, he was better. Defensively, he was just as good. He was turning the ball over much, much less. But yet, we want to criticize him. Because what? He dropped off in a few games because of an injured wrist? Torn ligaments that required surgery on it? Come on now. You guys just want to find a reason to hate on him for some reason. I don't get it. It's like every Thunder fan out here, we want to hate on Jalen Williams. Because what? He posts stuff to social media? Because he's more online than some other people? No, get out of here with that. All right? He just played through the playoffs on a torn ligament in his wrist. I don't want to hear any more hate from him until next season if he does have a bad game and drops off a little bit and isn't playing at an all-star level. All right? So stop with this hate. Appreciate him playing through an injured wrist, torn ligaments that require surgery, and him solidifying himself as one of the best Thunder players of all time. Because that's what he did playing through this kind of injury. Now, going on to some more players, regarding their injury updates as well. Sam Presti announced that Nikola Topic will play in the Summer League, but Thomas Sorber won't, okay? Thomas Sorber, he even talked about it with him, like, hey, there just wasn't enough time between the draft process and getting him down to OKC to tell if he was going to be able to go. There just wasn't enough time in between that. No update on Brooks Barnhizer. I would assume he would play since there is no update on him, okay? So I would assume Brooks plays. Nikola Topic is going to play, though, and that's the big thing. This is the most anticipated Thunder rookie to play since Chet Holmgren. All right, the most anticipated Thunder rookie. We can go and take a look at some of his previous stats from past years as well. All right, this is what he did overseas. All right, this is what he did. We're going to take a look at more recent seasons because that's when he really played and started shining out a little bit more. The season when he played 12 games for Mega over there, he averaged 18.4 points per game. That's really, really solid, all right? He shot 26% from 3. Not great numbers whatsoever, okay? Not great whatsoever. But he did shoot 52% from the field. You'll take that. You will take it. And he's not afraid to shoot 3-ball either. He was shooting 4.5 3-balls a game, making almost 1.5 of them. Like, he's not afraid to shoot them. The opportunity to make more threes and become a better three-point shooter is there. Look at his free throw numbers. That's what shows that. 85% from the free throw line that season. Very, very solid. 3.6 rebounds, 7.1 assists as well, and steal per game. He's going to be very solid. If he can keep his turnover numbers down, yeah, he will also be even better. This is on 34 minutes a game as well. The next, one, he only played 2 games in 31 minutes a game. All right, he was still playing quite well, 14.5 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, okay? Half a block a game, 2.5 turnovers, really brought it down there. Went up to 30% from three-point land, took 5 threes a game, 1.5 three-pointers were made on average, and he also shot 39% from the field. A drop off right there. Another part of that is just because he only played 2 games, so we weren't able to get a full look at how he truly played. But that one, team that he played for, Mega, 12 games played right there, 33.8 minutes per game. That's the kind of player that you can kind of see out of Topic right there. He can develop a 3-ball. He's, he can become a better defender because of how athletically gifted he is. All right. So I'm excited to watch Topic play. It's unfortunate Sorber's not going to be playing, but these are the Thunder injury updates that we have for you right now, as Sam Presti announced them at the end of season press conference. Let me know if you think Jalen Williams is going to be good to go, be good to play at the start of next season. It sounds like he should be able to go. Just let me know if you think he will, or if you have a feeling that he won't for some reason. And along with Sorber, if he's going to be good to go, and what you're expecting out of Topic in his first summer league game. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys in the next one.